Good morning, Amy. Good to see you.
Good morning, Dave.
Pollard Studio on Dothan's Country.
I like it.
This is WECB Headland Dothan.
It's got layers.
B1053.
Happy Tuesday, Wiregrass. I'm Lisa Sicasio with your hometown news leader headlines. The Alabama Department of Health has confirmed the state has just over 2,000 positive cases of COVID-19. 32 Alabamians have died from this disease. In the Wiregrass, Houston County has 24 cases. Pike County has 14. Coffee County has 8. Covington County has 5. Both Henry and Dale counties have 4 cases each. Barber County has 3. Geneva County is also the only Alabama county with no confirmed cases. New numbers on how many people could die in Alabama due to COVID-19 have been released. The state was expected to be short hospital beds and ventilators by the thousands. This new formula estimates Alabama will be short 340 ventilators when the virus peaks April 16th. The city of Enterprise will be holding a virtual scavenger hunt twice a week beginning on Wednesday. They are calling it Mystery on Main Street. The city will take a picture of something in one of its retail businesses and post it on Facebook. Your job is to guess what the object is and which business it belongs to in the comments. You can participate by visiting the Downtown Enterprise Facebook page. All correct guesses will be entered into a drawing to win a gift card to the featured business. From your hometown news leader, I'm Lisa Sicasio, wishing you a terrific Tuesday.
This Channel 4 news and weather update brought to you by Dixieland Metals. Make your first roof your last with Dixieland Metals.
Well, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Later on today, we could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. That would be an evening and overnight event, as we'll see some rain dipping down from northern and central Alabama. So look for that later on today. Overnight tonight, the rain winds down. We'll drop to about 67 degrees. Partly cloudy up to 88 with a stray shower on Wednesday. Same on Thursday, a high near 90 degrees, just shy of that. And then some cooler air as we head towards Easter weekend. From the 4-1 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Shapiro.
There are leaders.
There you go. News and weather for you this morning. Good morning, our Facebook and YouTuber friends. It's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Remember
Good morning,
to share.
Kellogg.
So a lot of people can watch this morning.
Yes, share with everybody. What you doing up already, sister? You up early. You probably been up all night long. Got to go to the doctor with Ainsley today, Dave. We got to get mask, gloves. Got to get all that ready to go. Clorox wipes. Got to change our clothes when we get home.
Man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man.
I know. We finna start walking today, Kellogg. We're going to walk, see if we can't get some labor goings. I said the last time I did this, I was 7 months pregnant with Ainsley, trying to get my sister to go into labor, and I went into labor. Ainsley was trying to get here early. I got you. Smart, trying to keep that habit going, girl. You ever get out of practice, it's hard to get back at it.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. 5 minutes after 6 o'clock on it is Tuesday today, isn't it, Amy?
It is Tuesday.
I think it is Tuesday.
I have to think
today.
about it every morning when we come in. Every morning when I get up, I say when I come in, like
What
I'm
day
going
is
to
it? Yeah.
the studio.
Well, Amy's broadcasting from Wicksburg again this morning. We're streaming also live on our Facebook page, B1053, and you can join us on YouTube as well. Just log into YouTube and search for Wiregrass Radio, 2 separate words. And there you go. You get to join in the live stream and the broadcast. We're chatting it up. We're having a good time. We're even going to do a little bit of trivia this morning, trying to make it feel a little bit more like normal out there because it's the furthest thing from it.
Yeah, for sure. Still working on our social distancing skills.
Mm-hmm.
And, I can't. I'm not going to say I'm going crazy yet.
Let's see, that road got traveled down a long time ago, Amy.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm definitely. I know what part of my problem is. I worked
What's that?
all day long yesterday on taxes, like I have to get
For
all
real
my
taxes.
huh? Yeah,
For
for
real,
real taxes.
for real taxes.
Not the grown up taxes.
All right.
The for real taxes. And yesterday spent all day, Ansley and myself and Michael sorting through the files and getting everything set. And
Ooh,
I have to
Lordy,
go
that sounds
through a
like work.
ritual before I get it. I know, in the house all day long. So
Mhm.
that's not a good thing because when it's pretty outside,
Oh, I
telling
mean
you,
to
take
say,
advantage of it.
yeah. I got to tell you, I went for a 2-hour bike ride yesterday, 13.36 miles at Forever Wild here yesterday. I've done it 2 days in a row. So, yeah, I'm doing 26 miles this week already. Just trying to keep from going stir crazy.
Right.
Like you say, you got to stay active and you got to get out in it. The secret is to making it work and to making the most of this outside time is staying 6 feet away from everybody.
Mhm.
Don't get in a large group. Just, do the right thing.
Do your thing for sure. And
Mhm.
that's been kind of tough just keeping everybody at the arm's distance. That's the hardest part, because you
Right.
get to where you want to spend time with the rest of the family.
That's right.
And but anyway, we've been doing pretty good with it, I'll have to say. Today we have a doctor's appointment. So
Okay.
we'll be headed
So,
to the
and like
doctor.
you say, you've already mapped out, the safe stuff that you're going to do, right? You've
Got the
lined up your
glove.
gloves, you got your mask ready to go. You probably got all the soap and suds and everything ready for when you go and when you come back, right?
The Clorox wipes,
Mhm.
hand
Coconut.
sanitizer, all
Are you,
that. We've
is it
got it
going to be
all.
coconut for this
Dave, how
special
much coffee
occasion?
have you had this morning? Because you have not shut up since we started talking. Go ahead and get the ding-a-ling, ding-ding-a-ling,
You
ding.
really think it's
He
that bad
asked me
already?
5 questions, and I don't get a chance to answer them before he's asking me another one. Driving me batty this morning. That's Dave.
Can you hear it? You know what I'm going to do on that? That is such good coffee. I hope you're enjoying the show online.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, you can.
Now we can hear you.
I know. I had to turn off the ding-a-ling
Listen.
music. What?
Listen,
Listen,
he
Linda.
is already pinging off the walls. We
That's
are going
all
to
right.
be in trouble today.
No, it's going to be a good show. I got Tracy Lawrence right here.
Lord have mercy.
Cup of coffee.
That's a good one.
Listen, Linda. I'm really not that caffeined out.
Kelly, I know, right? What we going to do with all this stuff we're planting? Lord have mercy. Adriana's doing the same thing. She's lived there 15 years and ain't never had a potted plant in her life in that flower bed. She looks like Better Homes and Gardens out there now. So funny.
Better Homes and Gardens.
Aaron and Carly are planting. Everybody's planting right now, just trying to get out in the yard and do something. Oh, Dave, I got these new things, y'all.
Yeah.
I was going to tell y'all about them. Look at this. I've already heated it up in the microwave. You see it? Dave, I'm going to take your computer. Look.
Okay. Is that something the cat left for you? What is it?
No, I don't have a cat.
That's what it looks like. What is it?
It's called Sweet Treats. And actually, yeah, when you break it open, it is a cinnamon roll all up in here like that.
Okay.
Cinnamon roll. It's made by Hot Pockets. So
Okay.
you put it in the microwave just like a Hot Pocket, and it's nothing but like a cinnamon roll. It's
okay. That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Karen. Good to see you. Hey, Chrissy. Good morning.
Hey, y'all. Good morning. What y'all doing today? Kelly said, "Let baby bake." Angela said she's tired of cooking. She ain't wanting to let it bake. She is ready. You remember how we got? She's like, Mama.
Broly,
She was on Google last night, Googling everything that can make you go into labor. I'm like, girl,
oh my gosh.
give it a week.
Did you see that picture Kyle posted?
Where he burnt his face? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. He
This
was
is
trying to
not-
grill.
This is not the time to be going to the damn emergency.
I know. I was thinking, Lord have mercy,
Come
Kyle.
on, man. That's why Amy Pollard is microwaving her cinnamon rolls from Hot Pockets.
Mhm.
'Cause
So we have a doctor's appointment this morning. I'm gonna have to leave the show early today, guys. But we gotta go to Flowers Hospital for her appointment.
they're not
Mask,
going to want to watch
gloves.
me, man. I'm going to stop the stream when you go and just
That's fine.
carry on with the radio
That's
because they're not
fine.
going to want to look at this mug for however long.
I'm just saying, I like get the heebie-jeebies every time I have to go up in the hospital right now. So we're gonna knock it out. We didn't touch anything. We were hitting elevator buttons with the elbow. I mean,
What I've been doing.
reach up there with your tennis shoe, hit the button. I ain't kidding.
So, hey, Amy, we've got the keypad outside the gate, and we got the keypad at the door. We got the door, then we got the elevator, and then we've got our own little keypad.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about it until a day or so ago. So I have to make a real conscious effort because of where the keypad is on the truck. I have to use my left hand to do the thing, or my left knuckle.
The keypad on what truck? Oh, when you're
Going in the
pulling
gate, you have to use your left hand. Hey, Carl, good to see you. I have to use my left
Morning,
hand.
Carl.
And now I have to keep it in my head. Okay, the only things I can touch between that keypad and when I get to work before I wash my hands, I can only use my left hand.
Yeah.
Just, and
I got another package from Amazon yesterday that I ordered some new comforters or quilts or whatever.
Right.
And I had to like take the box out on the carport, and this one was like taped. Like they thought, I don't know what they thought was in it, but they had it all.
What did you order? Do you mind if I ask?
Dave, I'm going to knock you out.
You probably said, I just heard, and I've got the music going, and I'm also reading stuff, so relax.
I ordered quilts and comforters.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted, just something sweet.
I gave you that to start with. Anyhow, I had ordered these comforters, and so they had them taped up big time, and I'm like, oh, great. The more tape that's on here, the more I got to touch this box. So I went and got a crowbar. I put my gloves on. I went and got a crowbar, and I'm punching through the tape with the crowbar and popping the box top. I'm not kidding. Popping the box top open until I get it all done.
Well, you can't break a blanket, I guess, even with a crowbar.
I'm just telling you, I was just trying to punch through the tape, and I didn't have anything else out there. So then I got my quilts out, and I took the box and all the plastic stuff that was in it, walked down to my dumpster, put it in the dumpster, then took my gloves off inside out and put them in the dumpster. People
Did you
said,
wash the quilts?
yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Use wipes. Yeah, I know, Kellogg. That's the best thing to do, really. And I had not.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. Jimmy Allen there. Make me want to wash my hands again. What we're talking about on our stream in between songs. It's quite entertaining, getting the heebie-jeebies, thinking about going into public places and what kind of extreme measures we're taking to clean our mail. So like I grabbed the mail out of the box yesterday before I even thought about it. And I was like, oh. And once again, I had to be like, okay, it's just nothing but my left hand. Just my left hand. Go put the mail down, clean that mail up with nothing but my left hand. Now using nothing but my right hand, grab the soap and put it on the left hand, then start scrubbing.
When you put your when you pick your mail up, just like your envelopes and stuff like that, are you wiping those envelopes down, or are you just opening everything and then going and washing your hands?
Well, like yesterday, I might as well have just done it
wet.
Yeah. I might as well have just done like you said. But, a moist wipe isn't going to soak your mail.
Mm-mm.
I'm saying
No, but it's not really going to do that much good either.
Well,
because it's porous.
All right. To quote Amy Pollard, at least I'm doing it. I'm safe one way
I
or
guess
another.
in your brain, if you want to convince yourself, but honestly, if it's porous, unless you're soaking it, you're not really doing yourself any good. It's like, well, I don't know.
You do it your way.
Hey, thing has got me jacked up.
It's 66 now. We got some clouds rolling in. Good chance of rain throughout the week on your extended forecast, but no, huge amounts. Just some sprinkly kind of stuff. It is kind of late spring for you. This hour is a service of Mark Dunning Industries, and we're broadcasting on 3 media this morning, including Facebook, YouTube, and on what is that radio stuff that we do every day. It's Pollard and Dave in the morning.
Good morning, Trish.
Trisha, Wayne, Carl. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, Wayne. What's up, sister Trish? I'm missing you, girlfriend. Miss my girl. Are you going crazy yet? Yeah, I know you. We're busybodies. I bet your house. The ain't nothing got a chance in your house right now. Nothing. The dust mite ain't got a chance in your house right now. I know her. She owns a daycare.
Oh,
and
wow.
The daycare is closed. And I can
Hey, Hannah, golly, girl, good to see you.
Hey, Hannah. Good morning.
Y'all make sure while you're on here to share the broadcast. The more people, the better.
Trish said, I've cleaned everything I know. Probably took all the cans out of your cabinet and wiped them down. I know you. Yeah. It's crazy. And then what do we do, y'all? Honestly, what do we do when we've cleaned everything? Okay, so I'm working on taxes. I'm going to be done with those probably today. Gathered everything together and submitted it to my banker for the SBA stuff. I mean,
pressure wash the house and the drive.
That's probably, I've already cleaned the guest house. It's good, ready to go. Aaron moved out of it. He made sure I had about a week's worth of work to do in that thing. We replaced the hot water heater, replaced the refrigerator.
The hater?
Then you start over. Yeah, that's about right. For sure. I mean, finding things to do. That's why everybody's yards are so cute right now. Everybody's planting stuff. My tomatoes. Y'all know we planted flowers. Didn't do so many flowers as we did like a vegetable garden. So we planted the whole tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, hot peppers. I think I'm gonna stick a few bell peppers in there and let them grow. He said they gotta grow from actual seed.
You gotta
and I'm
grow
not
peppers
patient.
for the heat, girl.
Huh?
Grow peppers for heat.
Yeah,
bell peppers ain't no good.
We did some we planted we already planted the jalapenos. And then we also planted some onions, some of the scallion onions or whatever. I didn't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but when you plant those, you actually plant some of the stick onion. And then I guess it just grows bigger as it gets in the ground or something. I guess I thought they kind of clustered underground and grew more of them, but they don't do that.
Onions? They can if you just leave them.
Like the
You just leave them in the ground, they'll still grow and they'll bud out and put out more.
I thought
I got wild ones growing in my yard all over the place. Here we go.
You're not supposed to eat those.
Ooh.
A woodwork business. That's awesome.
Ooh.
I need to post a picture. Can y'all do that on this?
B1053, Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. It is Tuesday and 6:21. And just to make it sound a little bit more like normal, how about we do a little bit early bird trivia? You ready for this, Amy?
I am ready. I'm ready.
All right. So with everybody social distancing and maintaining their shelter in place as they should be, this question rings really, really true.
I don't know.
It may
Hold
not
up.
be really, really accurate, but
Is your
because of the
question,
changes.
Dave, is your question good?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It might be my question today.
No, it's good. I got it.
No.
Nope, too bad. I'm already here. I've already built it up. I've already set it up and built it up. Too late.
I've got a good one.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
Okay. Go. Go. If you give one of your stinking clues, I'm taking the questions away from you.
That's fine.
I know how you are.
Okay,
His
so
questions are
so
his answers. Clues are
before
horrible.
hush, now before shelter in place,
Okay.
before staying at home, the average person spends 6 days a year doing this at home. It is a chore that you don't want to do. And the
Okay.
average person spends 6 days a year doing this. I guarantee you we're doing it a lot more now, whether it's out of boredom or just because you're there. But the average person used to spend 6 days a year doing this at home. Amy, I know you got a guess. I already told you it was a chore.
6 days a year.
Mm-hmm. Doing this at home. It's a chore.
Okay. Here,
Shane,
I got a
Shane's
question.
got a great guess. Shane guessed laundry.
Laundry.
That's a great guess. And Shane is right thinking it's that kind of activity.
Okay. So should I assume that since we're at home now, that we're doing more of this? It's
Yes.
more than 6 hours now.
I would assume yes.
Okay.
I would assume yes.
Is it yard work?
No, I'm going to go ahead. It's inside.
Okay.
It's in the house. So there's another. It's a chore. It's in the house. You know, you can shoot us an answer on the Facebook. All right. If you're watching
if
us
you're
on
on
Facebook,
there.
you sure can. Let's see. We got the phones blowing up here. Amy, let me answer these phones. We'll find out if we can't get a winner for Early Bird Trivia. We're not giving anything away. We're just having fun.
Dave.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna let the garage up and let my birdie out this morning. Hold on.
B1053. B1053. What do you think?
Is it cleaning out the refrigerator?
Not cleaning out the fridge, but that is a great thing to do. Thank you, my friend. Have a great one. Stay safe. You nailed it, Ricky. You got it. Shane got it. Wayne called up, I guess, cleaning the fridge, but Rick and Shane, you got it, guys. It was washing the dishes. Now, are y'all Googling this? Be honest. Y'all Googling these? Or is that what you find yourself doing? Every time you use a dish, washing it, is that how it is? I don't know. That's funny. Amy, Rick and Shane both got it. Oh, she can't hear because she doesn't have the headphones on. Rick and Shane got it, girl.
Oh.
Yeah, washing the dishes.
Oh, well, I can definitely say I did 6 hours of that my first day being home. No doubt.
Funny. That's funny. Patricia got it. Good job, y'all.
Patricia. washing dishes. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been trying to use a ton of paper products. Been like pulling out the paper plates. But it still seems like I've got a ton of dishes. I don't know what's up with that. Because we're using paper plates for sandwiches and all that good stuff. But we're definitely washing more dishes. And I guess it's like Dave said, it is just because we're at home. My birdie
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. Playing some abbreviated early bird trivia. Not really giving away a prize, just having fun, just letting you guys, hang out with us and do like we usually do, because we don't want you to get out. We don't want you to get out unnecessarily, but we do want you to have some fun. The question this morning was, the average person spends 6 days a year doing this at home. Of course, we're talking about pre-coronavirus. The answer, of course, was washing the dishes. And Amy's already admitted she did 6 hours of dishwashing the first day she got quarantined, or self-quarantined, I should say.
Yes, and
I'm just getting to the point where I just wash them like immediately. There ain't no
me too.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Like hurry up and knock it out so you don't have to worry about it for sure. Okay, so when we come back, I'm going to give you the updated numbers for the state of Alabama. And there's no telling what else we'll talk about. If you're not on the Facebook live stream, you can log on the B1053 Facebook live stream and share it with your friends. We talk about all kinds of stuff when we're not on the air as well.
That's right. It's Pollard and Dave in the morning, and I love my country. Here's the new Florida-Georgia line.
Let me get some numbers.
All righty. What are you staring at?
I'm pulling up my numbers for the state of Alabama.
You look like a kitty doing her business.
What?
You know how an animal, when they're going potty, they just kind of stare off into the
distance? I'm looking at my computer.
It's like her.
That's funny. Yeah, yesterday afternoon when I did Wiregrass Strong, we were at 1999 confirmed cases, and this morning we're at 2006. 2006.
Yeah, and well over 1 million worldwide, right?
I'm just talking about Alabama. And then let's see if we've had any increase. Houston County still reporting only one death for Houston County.
Now, the news Lisa's been saying some numbers in the news, so.
Yeah. This is according to the Alabama Department of Public Health website.
Right.
And
I think we were talking this morning.
I don't know how long it's taken for them to update this or whatever. I know that there's been more deaths at the local hospital, but they may not be counting for Houston County numbers if they were not residents of Houston County. And I know we have some out of state.
Well, they kind of have to do it that way. I mean, good golly, the year of the census and everything, it's just crazy. They got the numbers. And you've done your census, right, Amy?
We did.
Yeah, I did mine a couple of weeks ago. It's really important, especially now. Hey, don't forget, y'all can listen to the music on your radio, or you can stream it on iHeartRadio while you're watching the stream. Be a part of the fun.
So we're getting ready to... Dave, why don't we make mention? I know you've got our... you can take liquidators off of the board there that you have in the studio for Mom's Day Out.
B1053. Yeah, that's a country lick right there. Florida Georgia Line and their latest. It is Tuesday morning with Pollard and Dave in the morning, 6:30. And this hour is brought to you by Mark Dunning Industries. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. So glad to have you with us on this Tuesday morning. I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but did you know that tonight it will be the biggest, largest supermoon of the year?
Really?
That is actually going to...
Are they calling it the pink moon? Did I read that somewhere?
I don't know about that. I just know it's going to be the biggest, largest moon of the year. I don't know if you got a chance to look at it last night, but it was It's the biggest, brightest super moon of 2020. It will be appearing in the night sky tonight. Watch for the biggest full moon of the year to shine all night long. It's going to start in the east after sunset and climbs to the highest up for the night around midnight.
Nice.
So,
should be a good view all night then.
Yeah, I got to check it out last night. It was absolutely beautiful. And then I know that my son and daughter-in-law last night were out laying in the driveway, eating Oreos and looking at the moon and the stars last night. So they were
that is some serious South Alabama romance right there now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's cool. And that's one of the things that's going on with this whole shelter in place thing. How many memories are you actually making with your family right now? Because if not, and I was fussing at my husband last night.
Really?
You're missing a golden opportunity, really, to, as aggravated as we get and frustrated because we're sitting at home and we're locked down and we get bored and all this. I've said it a million times. Any other time, you'd be begging to spend time with your family.
That's
so
the truth.
Instead of looking at the downside of this and how frustrated and how aggravated you are, make sure that you're taking time every evening out or every day during the day to make memories with your family, because this is a time that if it weren't forced upon you, you would be begging for it.
That's right.
Absolutely. We'd be running around like crazy in our careers and busy doing point A to point B all day long, not enough hours in the day, and you'd be begging for this time. So you've got it right here in front of you. It's so true what they say about how sometimes the things that are right there in front of you, how you take it for granted.
That's right.
And it's right here in front of you with your children right now. And I want to remind you that you need to be taking these opportunities to spend time with your kids. The other night, Ansley and I were, it wasn't last night, it was night before last, but I just made a conscious effort to, in a week, she's going to have a child of her own. And how many times am I going to be wishing that I still spend this time with her? So we just laid down in bed and talked, and I got to watch the baby moving around and just enjoyed spending just me and her time. This is the kind of thing you need to be doing with your kids too. I don't care if it's getting out in the yard.
Well, it doesn't have to be elaborate either. The simpler, I think, is even better. We were on the back porch yesterday. Sam and I were just sitting on the back porch, and I said, shh, and our phones were off, and I said, hush. And he goes, what? And I said, this sounds like the 1970s.
Yeah.
Because it was just so quiet, no traffic. And I said, this is what it sounded like here when I was a kid. And that started a whole little conversation. So, Amy, it really doesn't have to be hard, does it?
No. And like yesterday, she was helping me sort through all of my stuff, getting everything in order, all my vendors, and, just help me even just tasks like that. Include your kids and use it as an opportunity to teach them and show them your ways. And I've talked about this. If you're a mechanic, get out the yard with your car and teach them how to change the oil.
There you go.
If you like to cook, get in the kitchen with them, teach them how to make. Hey, would you not say that making homemade biscuits, or just like my son the other day made homemade dumplings for chicken and dumplings, like this is lost art, like things that our grandparents used to do that now kids just pop open a can of biscuits and they don't know what a old-fashioned cat head biscuit is.
Raised on Hot Pockets.
Yeah. So take this opportunity to get in and embrace this time with your kids, y'all. It's so important during this time, and I can't, stress that enough. How blessed we are right now.
We certainly are. It's 6:35 with Pollard and Dave in the morning. 66 on your All Metal Roofing and Siding weather radar. And this hour is a service of Mark Dunning Industries.
Yeah, Kelly. She said Donna says it's reminding her of her childhood.
Yeah. The sounds.
Really, the sounds and the the simplicity. That's what it is. It's the simplicity of life when it's like this.
Mhm.
Because let's add another dimension to it. What if we had none of the technology that we have right now?
Oh, Lord
How
have mercy.
Think about how much more simple it would be than even what we have right now.
Mhm.
That's why I think Aaron and Carly were in the driveway last
'Cause
night eating
honestly,
Oreos.
that's just about the sweetest thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
And they were eating Oreos and laying on a blanket and watching the stars. A, we're all quarantined. B, they have no technology because where they're at, they have no Wi-Fi. So they're actually planting a garden and
Mhm.
doing the simple things. And we need to get back to doing that, y'all. I'm telling you, we're so blessed. Sometimes we're just not seeing the blessings right in front of us because we're
Gotta stop and smell those roses, girl.
yeah.
Oh,
Still
no.
kind of crazy thinking that little girl from the old Sweet and Sassy commercials is having a baby. I know. Yeah, the old Sweet and Sassy commercials and the old West Point Stevens outlet. You remember when we said,
Mhm. I
"You
remember
hawk the covers."
producing those.
Hmm?
I remember when you got West Point Stevens on.
Mhm.
Dang, there was 19s in the
She
number.
literally was when she used to cut those commercials, West Point Stevens outlet in Chipley, where we let you hog the covers.
Yep.
She was literally 6 years old. She was
Hey,
6.
Libby.
Good morning, Libby. God has slowed us down. Take time to breathe and not rush through. Not rush through life. We are blessed. That's my message this morning. Beyond
Mhm.
a shadow of a doubt. So blessed. And sometimes we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle and the aggravation, as you will, that we're sitting at home that we're not thinking about. I try to see the silver lining in everything, even though it can be a challenge for a lot of us right now, and it's struggle.
Mhm.
What is God trying to allow us to see or feel? There's definitely a message in everything
It is
that we're
certainly
going
a time of reflection,
through. Mhm.
contemplation.
Yeah. You know
Um,
what my daughter told me last night? We can learn so much from our kids, but she is definitely a godly woman, and I'm so thankful that she is where she is in her walk with Christ. But we were talking, and she said, "Mom, you know what?" She said, "This journey for me," she said, "I could be sitting here questioning why I'm going through what I'm going through at the worst possible time. Like having a baby right now is the worst possible time to have a baby. And think about the fear that a lot of these women have going into the hospital. Number one, having never birthed a child. B, um, you're, if used to, you could have your mom or someone in with your husband that's been through this. And now you can't, like, I can't be there with her. So her additional coach can't be there. So that's kind of scary for her. She looks to me for so much. And most women do with their mom. And so, you know, it's not the most ideal time. 90 days on either side of this, and we could have been having a baby just like normal people do. And she told me yesterday that she realizes that this is a chance for her to show her faith, just to have the faith that God wants her to have, not have that fear, have that faith. And she realizes that God is giving this opportunity to his strongest warriors. And she is 100% right. So, but we need to apply that to um, our daily life, not just in what she's talking about with childbirth, but we're all going through this together. We're all warriors, and we can all use it to bring people closer to God. And that's what we're all here for, is to build God's kingdom. And this is an opportunity for God not to intervene in a lot of cases, to allow us to see and depend on him and have faith. And that's to me what this whole journey is about. And we should all be doing that, quite honestly. But you can learn a lot from your children sometimes. And that was, even though I have that same that same faith and that same understanding. Sometimes hearing it from your child kind of brings it home. So maybe somebody out there needed to hear that today, for sure. Ricky Callahan, good morning from
Hey, Ricky.
Bonifay.
Hey,
Stay safe and thank y'all for all you're doing.
Warrior Girl's back. Yay.
Good morning, Warrior Girl. What's up? Libby, amen. I'm in tears. God is removing the blinders from our eyes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Um, he is all present, all knowing. God can change the path of any course that we're traveling, but sometimes he allows us to travel those roads to mold us and show us and teach us, and we need to make sure that we're getting the message, whatever that message is meant. I think it's meant to be different for each of us, but we need to be and taking it all in.
B1053, Pollard and Dave, Lauren Elena, and the road less traveled. We're not traveling a whole lot of roads anymore. Maintaining good social distancing. Amy's broadcasting from her home studio in Wicksburg. I'm, of course, in downtown Dothan here at the B1053 Hometown Lenders Studios. It is 66 on your all-metal roofing and siding weather radar, and this hour is a service of Mark Dunning Industries. I hope everybody's making the most of it. Amy has certainly been lifting some spirits on the stream, sharing some stories that she's been making memories with her family. And it's so important, Amy, I think, not just with your family to make memories, but when you can reach out to friends and neighbors that you maybe haven't talked to in a while, using social media, using Facebook or FaceTime, or there's a lot of technology out there. You were certainly applauding technology a little while ago and how easy it is now to connect, and how important is it, Amy, just to see someone else's face?
It's so important. I think that we all had probably taken for granted what our social interaction skills were really worth to us, or the ability, not even your skills, but just the ability,
that's right,
the privilege to be able to have those social skills. And, maybe there's a dad out there this morning or a mom out there this morning that was so busy. This was me literally 15 years ago in radio, when I was working, 6 a.m. till literally 6 p.m. every day, radio sales, radio morning show. And y'all remember that period when I lost my job in radio and I was out of radio for 6 years. That was the journey God intended for me during that 6 years, because he brought me back to a place. He allowed that to happen to bring me back to a place where I needed to be, where I wasn't taking for granted the things that, he had given me. And sometimes he allows these things, just like this morning, maybe there's a mom or a dad that was so caught up in their career until this happened that they were forgetting when they got home at night to hug that baby or sit down and listen to what the child had to say for the day. Or I'm talking the simple things, y'all. Sometimes these things happen because you need to put things back into perspective. And I think that that's really, really important. God wants us to put the focus back on him right now. And this is the perfect opportunity while you're home with your family. My goal right now while I'm home is to dive in and study a little more in God's word and read my Bible more. That is something that you can do with the family, and actually have an opportunity to teach them more of the lessons in the Bible. And we just don't take opportunities like this enough. And I don't think that we take them serious enough. I think we take them for granted more often than not. So this is the perfect opportunity to do that with family, for sure, Dave.
It sure is. Amy, we're going to come back in just a minute. Don't forget, it's time for our devotion. We're going to spread the word right here with Pollard and Dave in the morning.
Good morning, Bryn. How are
Bryn.
you? Thank you so
Facebook
much for
friend,
logging on.
Bryn. She and I met on a mutual site. I want to say it was Alabama the Beautiful, or I want to say it was Alabama the Beautiful. And
I love that
quite
site.
the photographer. She's just likes all the right posts and stuff. Post positive stuff. Thanks for joining us this morning, Brad.
For sure. All right, working on. Dave, can you make mention of on the board? Take off liquidators, please. That's on the board there in the studio.
You want me to do what?
Take off liquidators on the board,
Okay.
and then we're gonna talk about that coming up after the news for sure. Yes. So what are y'all doing this morning? Have y'all had breakfast yet?
We've missed our coffee sip this morning.
Oh, we can do that.
Okay.
After what are we in a song now?
Yep.
Right.
Getting sideways. We're getting a little
Lisa
sideways.
Schofield, where
Wanna
is
come back from molded hair since the sun went down.
Lisa Schofield?
What?
I remember Lisa, but is it because we went to school together? I'm old, but I think it is because we went to school together.
So old. So very, very old.
Coffee. We know. We're ready. We're getting ready to do it.
We're ready to do it.
Everybody needs to get their coffee in hand because we're going to make a big old toast.
That's right.
Big old toast. Got to get your coffee. Or as my children are telling me, got to get your creamer ready. Because that's all I have is creamer. Get your creamer ready. We're going to have a virtual sip of coffee together here. Yes.
Hey, Mr. Dickens, how are you this morning? Hey, Christine, got your coffee ready? Great. That's good news. Fitting to do it. We're fitting to have a big old swig of coffee. Like I need it this morning.
I know. Dave's about to.
B1053 is Pollard and Dave in the morning, getting sideways with Dirks Bentley, having a good time on our stream. You can watch it on the Facebook or on the YouTube. B1053 on Facebook. And make sure once you get there, go ahead and share it with your friends. We're about to have our morning sip of coffee.
In my case, morning sip of creamer.
With a splash of coffee.
Yeah. Everybody get your coffee cups up.
I got mine ready to go.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Good coffee. Good.
And I did not used to be a coffee drinker or a
Is
creamer
is that a way I've corrupted you, Amy? Please give me credit for something.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have helped contribute to that.
Okay.
No doubt. And I made my kids some of my coffee yesterday. And I make it just like I make it, but they wanted iced coffee. So I iced them one and then gave it to them. And last night they were like, "You gonna make us another one of those?"
See, you've already started the trend.
Yeah.
One more thing for Amy to do.
It is definitely 6:50 right now. And of course, we want you sharing our Facebook live stream. If you are on with us, good morning. We want you to share our stream with all your friends and get them to log on and send us a shout out as well. But you know what time it is?
Daily Devotion, proudly brought to you by Saliba Construction and Southern Outdoor Sports on B1053.
And of course, Southern Outdoor Sports is my favorite place to pick up my hunting gear, outdoor gear, stuff for the Yoder smoker. I know a lot. Fishing. Yeah, don't forget the fishing. Dave's reminded me. We've been doing some of that here at the Pollard house for sure. And we've been doing some of that cooking on the Yoder smoker. Those guys have everything. And don't forget concealed carries. If you are looking for a gun to conceal carry, they can do that. They've got curbside service. They'll bring it out to you. You can fill out all the paperwork outside. They're going to take care of you. Southern Outdoor Sports here in Dothan. So today we're going to look at James 5:13. Are any of you suffering hardships? You should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises. This is kind of what we've been talking about off air this morning. Prayer is a silent, powerful tool, often overlooked. We should pray through the good times and the bad and everything in between. Take just 1 minute, think of a friend, and take a slow, deep breath as you pray for that person. Be comforted, be comforted in knowing that today God heard you. Good morning. Maybe somebody needed to hear that today.
Maybe. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to put you solo screen for just a second. Sorry.
He's got to go run and do something. So, y'all, Chris Wester, good morning. You know, it's so funny you just logged on here. If you go back and watch the, oh, Dave, put that thing down. I am going, you got to be glad I'm not in the studio with you right now. That thing is ugly. Chris Wester, if you go back and watch the playback of the stream, we were just talking about West Point Stevens Outlet in Chipley a few minutes ago because somebody was mentioning that it's hard to believe that Ansley's going to be having a baby next week, and she's the one that used to do the commercials on the radio.
That's not the amazing part. The amazing part is that you're going to be a Mimi.
I'm going to be a Mimi, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he looks like. Have I showed y'all? I don't know if I've showed y'all our last ultrasound picture. I say our like it's me. It is a part of me. I'll say that. How about that? But the last ultrasound that she'll kill me for this, but I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me see. So we've been working a lot. Been keeping her busy because her staying active, I keep explaining to her how important it is to not get sedimentary, get up, get around, do things. So we've been finding stuff to do, chores, spring cleaning, taxes, planting vegetable plants, just doing all kinds of stuff. And the other day she was wore out. We were spring cleaning our pool house, and so she was wore out. I want to show y'all this picture. This is the cutest picture ever. Look at that, Dave. She was exhausted. And look at all the dogs. They're all like, oh, we're exhausted.
Golly. You are hurt.
She was exhausted. She worked the whole day. And and I was going to show y'all a picture of his name is going to be Braden Michael. So I'm going to show y'all one of the last ultrasound pictures that we have of him. And I cannot wait to see this kid because his cheeks are going to be off the chain. This is what we're I don't know if y'all can tell. A lot of people can't tell when they look at ultrasounds how anything looks, but hold on. Let me see if y'all can tell. Can you tell?
That's wild. That's crazy weird, wild.
Isn't that crazy?
How do they do that?
But you can tell like his here's one. Now you can just see if you can tell.
That's wild.
Look at his cheeks are going to be like, isn't that amazing? Chris Wester, I'm telling you, I am like just beside myself.
So wild.
He's going to have the cutest little lips. Oh. And so we had a friend, y'all, because right now is very, I was talking about a while ago. It's a very uncertain time, kind of a scary time to have a baby right now. Y'all join me covering her in prayer because she goes in next Thursday, supposed to. Because being a healthy person going to the hospital, you want to make sure that, you stay healthy and you don't catch the virus by being in the hospital. So a friend of mine, her grandbaby was born yesterday. And, normally they stay 48 hours in the hospital just to make sure. Well, the baby was born um, yesterday and they spent one night and they're probably going to let them come home today. It's that fast. And I can see that because they don't want healthy people, hanging out at the hospital.
Yeah.
So it may be that Ainsley's only there, one full day and one full night. And I have been quarantined, like I've been forward thinking about this whole thing. So quarantined for a month almost. Just so just being at the house and staying with her. Because a lot of the other family members were not going to be able to let him be around for, 30 days or longer. So I was asking my girlfriend that her grandbaby was born yesterday. She said, he'll probably be crawling by the time I get to see him. She said, but I don't care. She said, I would never do anything, to harm him or to put him in jeopardy. So if we have to come to the window and see him, and that's the reality of what we're dealing with right now, y'all.
Sure enough.
Birthdays, wedding anniversaries.
I was thinking Sam's birthday is at the end of May 23rd. And,
Like,
what
what you gonna do?
you going to do?
I mean, I'm sitting here even thinking about my 50th birthday is in July.
Well,
Are
that's
we
no,
even
that's no big.
just half a century old?
Well, I mean, you look like you're in your 20s, at least on
Oh, I
camera.
love you, Dave. I love you, Dave. I love you, even though I hate you sometimes. I love you when you say sweet things. I'm honestly though, how long have I been dreading this 50? This whole 50 thing.
As a person who did it 6 years ago, it doesn't kill you. Trust me.
I know, but I'm thinking too.
Matter of fact, I look better now than I did at 50.
So I'm turning 50 in July. I'm becoming a grandma. In a week.
Wait a minute. Have we changed now to grandma?
No, I'm not. We're not calling me grandma. That's not happening. Mm-mm.
You sure?
When I get blue hair, y'all can call me grandma. And
Well,
trust me,
if you don't color, it's gonna go blue natural.
the only way that's going goes out of business is coronavirus. Because until then, that ain't happening. So, and here's the thing: we were gonna go somewhere for my 50th. To be honest with y'all, let's just say, even though they lift travel restrictions and they do all this in between now and my 50th birthday in July, I don't know that I'll be comfortable enough or feel safe enough to just go traveling to another country.
Right.
To be honest with you. Not that being here is much more safe at this point. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm finally joining the 50 crowd, Chris.
It's a great crowd to be a part of.
Yeah. I hope everybody will welcome me when I hit the big 50. I'm kind of depressed about it. I think being depressed about it is because I really wanted to go somewhere and kind of celebrate this whole thing and not let it be a like a negative thing. I know it's better than being 6 feet under and all that. I got all that. But I wanted to kind of celebrate it and kind of 50's the new 40 and all that stuff and kind of be with friends.
Just be the new 40 and don't worry about the number that's associated with how long you've been here.
But I think celebrating it with friends and family was going to make me feel better about it.
If you drank a lot, maybe.
I don't drink. Uh-oh.
Somebody bringing you breakfast.
I see. Thank you. I have the best sister-in-law and brother-in-law on the whole planet. He just dropped off some wipes and some hand sanitizer. Tell me
That's cool.
they aren't awesome.
Hey,
They
I'm gonna
they
give us
know
the
we're
news
going
and
to
the
the
weather,
hospital.
Grant. I'm gonna give us the news and the weather if you need to go potty or something. Okay.
You can do that.
Do this.
From the Hometown Lender Studio, this is WECB Headland Dothan on Dothan's Country. B1053.
Happy Tuesday, Wiregrass. I'm Lisa Sicasio with your hometown news leader headlines. The Alabama Department of Health has confirmed the state has just over 2,000 positive cases of COVID-19. 32 Alabamians have died from this disease. In the Wiregrass, Houston County has 24 cases. Pike County has 14. Coffee County has 8. Covington County has 5. Both Henry and Dale counties have 4 cases each. Barber County has 3. Geneva County is also the only Alabama county with no confirmed cases. New numbers on how many people could die in Alabama due to COVID-19 have been released. The state was expected to be short hospital beds and ventilators by the thousands. This new formula estimates Alabama will be short 340 ventilators when the virus peaks April 16th. The city of Enterprise will be holding a virtual scavenger hunt twice a week beginning on Wednesday. They are calling it Mystery on Main Street. The city will take a picture of something in one of its retail businesses and post it on Facebook. Your job is to guess what the object is and which business it belongs to in the comments. You can participate by visiting the Downtown Enterprise Facebook page. All correct guesses will be entered into a drawing to win a gift card to the featured business. From your hometown news leader, I'm Lisa Sicasio, wishing you a terrific Tuesday.
This Channel 4 news and weather update brought to you by Dixieland Metals. Make your first roof your last with Dixieland Metals.
Well, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Later on today, we could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. That would be an evening and overnight event as we'll see some rain dipping down from northern and central Alabama. So look for that later on today. Overnight tonight, the rain winds down. We'll drop to about 67 degrees. Partly cloudy up to 88 with a stray shower on Wednesday. Same on Thursday, a high near 90 degrees, just shy of that. And then some cooler air as we head towards Easter weekend. From the 4-1 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Chubera.
There are leaders, then there's everybody else. Dixieland Metals sets the standard for metal roofing, pole barns, red iron, trim, and parts. If you've been affected by storm damage and need help.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Angie's joining the club this year, looks like.
No, I think she's leaving the club is what she said.
No. Angie's joining. Carolyn's leaving.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, Angie. Good morning.
Vish.
You gonna be
Yeah.
joining? Yeah. Is yours before mine or after mine? Hey, Tavia. I know. I went to school with Tavia in Enterprise. She beat me to the club. She's actually there before me. I don't.
Yes, Vish, it is live radio.
It
On
is.
the
We are
internet.
live on the radio and doing the live thing on Facebook and also YouTube live. You can watch on YouTube live as well. October. Okay. So we're going to be hitting it at the same time, just a few months apart.
Vish, you can stream us
Are
on
y'all planning
iHeart. I don't know if
anything,
Jamie
Angie?
just said that or not.
Oh, yeah. Do the radio thing on iHeart. You got to put in WECB, and that way you can listen to the actual music that we're playing during the music.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. Tuesday. Got to keep reminding ourselves what day of the week it is.
Yep.
So crazy. 5 minutes after 7 o'clock, 67 on your all metal roofing and siding weather radar. This hour, a service of Covenant Care Hospice. Good morning, Amy. How is Wicksburg shaping up? You got a good view of the pond this morning?
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I don't think we have any rain in the forecast, guys, until tomorrow. And that'll be a little bit. And then over the weekend, y'all, I did the extended forecast yesterday, and it looked like, honestly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Lots of rain or just a
Lots
slight
of rain.
chance?
No, like in the 50%.
50 plus.
chance.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we do have a good chance of rain
Yeah.
on Amy's extended forecast. On mine, sunshine every day because we got that good. Happy country.
Hold on before you punch out on. Hold on before you punch out because I had something I wanted to go ahead and go to. Topic we can open up and talk about, and my phone is recording.
All right. We'll do that next. We'll come out of Bubba. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. $45. Bubba shot the jukebox last night.
All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, this 50 club thing. I'm trying to figure out, Angie, are y'all going to go anywhere? See, I'm still going to be in July, and I don't know if it's going to be like safe to go anywhere because of this virus. I don't think I'm going to be ready in July. I don't think I'm going to be ready to like do any traveling. So it just totally messes up everything that I wanted to do for that. That'll be okay. That's like, if that's the littlest thing I've got to worry about is being sad that I can't go anywhere on my 50th birthday, then I'm blessed for sure. We want to pray for a healthy grandbaby. I may be so attached to that grandyoung and I don't want to go nowhere. That may be the God's honest truth.
Hey, Anthony. Wow, Anthony, Amy, look. Anthony is my friend from South Africa. He's watching.
Hi,
South
Anthony.
Africa this morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Mwah. South Africa. Where is he now?
South Africa.
Oh, what time is it there?
Good to see you in action too, man. He's a fellow trail bike rider too. We got a lot of connections. Anthony went to college with me. I took him on his very first American spring break. God forgive me for that, Anthony.
Oh my gosh.
We've stayed in touch on Facebook. He's recently a granddaddy.
I'm going to be a grandmama next week.
Granddaddy.
Yeah, how cool is that?
He's in Johannesburg, South Africa. How about that? B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. It is 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. Having such an interesting conversation on our live stream, both on Facebook and on YouTube. My friend Anthony has joined the conversation. He's in Johannesburg, South Africa. So how about that?
That's so cool. That is so cool. And I was just asking, what time is it there?
He said 14:50. So what, 2:50 in the afternoon? It's 2:50 in the afternoon.
14:05. 14:05.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Pretty neat.
How are you guys doing, Anthony? Are y'all some of the stuff that I've been seeing online seems like they're keeping the virus kind of in check there, which is a lot of those folks are on drugs for the malaria stuff.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know. Anthony can keep us up to date if he chooses. That'd be cool. Just join in the chat and let us know exactly what's going on. And it's not limited to Anthony. Angie's been commenting. Tavia has been commenting. Tavia, sorry. And Vishnu has joined us on the YouTube. So, I mean, anybody's welcome to join Pollard and Dave in the morning.
Yes. And so there's something I wanted to talk about. And I know this is going to sound maybe a little out there. What's that?
Anthony says they're on lockdown for 21 days.
Wow.
Lockdown at home in South Africa right now.
Okay. So see, that may be why you guys have it in check, is because you're not doing a shelter in place or anything like that. It's a hardcore lockdown.
Yeah.
Which in a lot of cases, I think needs to be what happens here, because I'm telling you, there's some folks around here, honey, listen, They don't know what lockdown is. They don't know what
Mhm.
shelter in place really means. And that's
Right.
frustrating for those of us who are doing that. Only
Right.
essential services allowed. Yeah, and see, that's the key. Only essential services allowed to move around with a permit
Mhm.
because there's so much discrepancy in what is an actual essential and what is non-essential till people are like, "Oh, I'm essential because I need to make a living." And, well, essential in my book is meaning your services are essential to the continuance of life. That's what that means. In other words, people have to have your service in order to survive.
Yeah.
That's essential.
Grocery, doctors, that
Um,
kind of thing.
if you are, I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right.
If people can do without your service and survive, then you are not essential.
So here's
That's
the thing. Here's the thing, Amy, and this is essential to reiterate right now because we do have folks that are kind of not listening.
Mhm.
If you don't stay 6 feet away from me, don't worry. I promise I'm going to stay 6 feet away from you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And if you wonder why I'm acting weird, it's because you won't stay 6 feet away from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had
At least 6 feet.
a friend of mine was actually, and it's kind of funny because I'm very strict about my 6 foot maintenance, and he wanted to lean in to say something for effect, and as he leaned in, I just kind of went,
Oh, Dave, he gets his point across for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about this, y'all, because I'm gonna keep my beliefs on this to myself right now. But there are a lot of people that believe that this whole virus lockdown thing is all there are conspiracy theorists that are saying it is due to the introduction of 5G. Okay. No, listen.
hang on a second.
Listen.
I'm gonna do this just for our at home viewers.
He's gonna roll his
Here you
eyes.
go.
So 5G, according to some of the research that I've done, really, it's like, is it 10 times stronger than the radiation that you currently get from your cell phone?
I
Yeah.
haven't done the research. I don't know the real
Okay.
number, but there
So
is an
do-
increase. There is an
A
increase.
lot. There's a major increase. It's not
Mhm.
just like this much. It is a major increase. But there are people that are saying, hey, while we're all sheltering in place and while we're all at home, they're installing all this 5G everywhere. And it's the only way that they could really do it without any kickback from a lot of the public is to do it while everybody's sheltering in place because they are currently installing 5G. Well, some folks went on YouTube and did a conspiracy theory, some videos basically about this whole 5G thing. Well, YouTube has removed the videos, niched them. Why? Why?
Well, both YouTube and Facebook have made a vow to put a stop to fake news. So I can
Okay.
only assume that that's what
But
they're doing.
is that fake news or is that someone's opinion? Because in essence,
It's how it's presented, though. It's how it's presented.
in essence, isn't our free speech being muffled at that point? If someone comes on and does a video and says, "Hey, this is what I think because this, and this is happening," we need to be more vigilant in knowing what's going on. Da, 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 da. I find it interesting myself that YouTube has removed those videos, especially with them being, a matter of opinion or, hey, based on this. So are they removing people's opinions, videos that have opinions about anything, or are they just choosing to remove those videos with opinions about 5G?
I think they're removing videos that are presenting opinion as fact. And I think
But have you seen the video?
I haven't.
Then how do you know that that's how those videos were
Because
presented?
I have to think the best of people. It's in my nature to think the best of people. So I think that if YouTube is removing a video, it's because it's an opinion being presented as fact therefore it is incorrect and false.
And see, I disagree.
I'm just saying, I'm
think
that kind of person. I always
I
think,
think
I tend
it's
to think
their
the best of people.
one-sided way of keeping what they
So
don't
when you-
want people.
When you started
No.
saying there are some conspiracy theorists, you were just talking about Amy Pollard.
I'm talking about the theory of those videos being removed.
Oh,
And I listen, I have done. I'm not just talking out in left field here. I have done some research on 5G, so I can make my own formulated opinion. And I do think there
but you
are
can't
some
present
dangers.
it as fact. You can't present it as fact.
I'm
You
not.
can
I'm
merely
saying,
present it as an opinion.
and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that with the research I've done, I do think that there is some concern we should have about it. And I don't think that I think we should all be doing our research on this so that you can make a formulated, informed opinion about it. Don't just like go, oh, so-and-so, because you just think that. Like, check it out, learn as much as you can about it, and be informed about it. Because they say that people that have, and the reason why I've done more research than probably the average person is my husband has a artificial heart valve, which is mechanical, which is metal.
That's right.
And with that, you need to know what dangers of 5G could be for people that have that. So
they got metal stuff.
At this point, I'm telling you to do your research, and I find it really, really interesting. And also in the news today, some of the 5G towers that they had already installed, if you will, in the UK have been torched and burned.
Really?
So some of those folks are not embracing the whole 5G thing.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Yeah.
We'll just have to keep our eyes and ears and our smart screens on that one to find out exactly what's happening with 5G. It is Pollard and Dave in the morning this hour, brought to you by Covenant Care Hospice. Bing, bing, bing. Christy says hello.
Listen to this article. UK mobile carriers, i.e. Verizon or Century,
They call cell service mobile over there.
Yeah. UK mobile carriers politely ask people to please stop burning the towers. Yeah, reckon they're mad about it? I'm telling you.
I don't know. It's about the same thing as going, people with rational thinking minds, please don't buy all the toilet paper.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll say this. I don't know if there is a linkage, if you will, between the coronavirus and the 5G theory. To me, that I don't know if I'll go there and believe that, because there's a lot of people dying for them to install 5G. If that was the whole.
Look, the main issue with 5G is radiation, and radiation probably kill a virus. So
radiation is the big concern for me.
But see, radiation might actually kill viruses. So maybe it's a good thing.
But if you're getting rid of a virus and picking up cancer instead, I don't know.
I barely, the only thing I use my cell phone for is getting texts from you and taking pictures of the sunrise. So,
well, that's what you're doing now, but eventually it's going to get to where everything is 5G.
And then it's 6G, Amy. And then after that, we got 7G.
If you're doing like Apple, just do the next greater version.
Yep. And all it is it's a radio transmitter. That's all it is. No, I'm not, sweetie. It's just long and I brushed it back. I'm not losing much at all.
Somebody said you were losing your hair.
Margo, I'll push you down.
Hey, Christy Wood. Good morning.
Huh?
I said, hey, Christy Wood.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
I will push Margo.
Love you.
I think I won't.
He is. No, listen, Margo, thank you so much for saying that, because I've been telling Dave to cut his hair because it makes it look thinner on top when he lets it get long.
No,
Doesn't want to listen to me.
See,
No.
look, out of the light and it doesn't look.
Wrong.
Normal.
Wrong. You need to cut it short
Fine.
again. Kind of spiky.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. This conversation off mic is just turning south. Talking about my hair.
Kind of like your hair, right?
Oh,
Regressing.
look,
Recession.
look. Let's not
Depression.
talk about hair. Blue Ritz. Let's not talk
All
about
of
hair.
the above. Okay, so it is Pollard and Dave in the morning, and your time is 7:21. We need to get Tim Watson on the phone.
We sure do.
Long-term lenders, Dave. And we're getting you ready for a contest, y'all, that we're going to start on Thursday morning. It's called Mom's Day Out.
Sure enough. And it's
Dave?
brought to you by some great sponsors, Massage Envy, Dothan Blowpipe, and Dothan Glass Doctor. Here's the deal. We're going to give away a massage for two from Massage Envy and flowers for two and dinner for two. It's going to be a perfect thank you for moms, because let me tell you what, we talk often about folks on the front line of what's going on right now, but moms are definitely part of that group because they got to handle things. They got to handle things at the home front and
it's not just a massage, it's a day at the spa. Let's get that straight.
Even more better then. Even more better. Mm-hmm.
All right, on the phone with us right now from Hometown Lenders is Tim Watson, the mortgage man. Good morning, Tim. He can't hear me.
That's right. I keep forgetting to push that button. Go ahead, Tim. She said good morning. It's my fault.
Good morning.
Are you already at the office this morning?
Dressed and ready.
Hey, real quick, before we start talking about mortgages and stuff, I got to ask about Kyle. I thought you trained him right. What's up with that?
And there ain't no training Kyle Pierce.
What in the heck? If you're friends with Kyle Pierce, one of the rate shakers at Hometown Lenders, I mean, Tim Watson, I thought you had these folks trained up and ready.
That's why we don't let him cook it back to blue.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you need to do. All y'all end up at the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
He apparently was trying to cook something in his backyard, and what did he do, Tim?
He said the grill blew up.
I don't know about y'all, but my grill ain't never just blew up.
Never blown up.
It's usually an action causes an equal and opposite reaction.
A user error.
If anybody knows Kyle Pierce, he probably tried to modify the grill.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Because that's
he
wanted to see how it worked or something, you know.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So let's talk mortgage industry, Tim. You were saying yesterday, you sent out a little message and you basically told everybody you better get your hat on. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, you know, if you've been in this business as long as I have and you lived through 2008, you knew how it absolutely was just the worst thing ever. And then all of a sudden it just exploded. And, you know, like the grill in Kyle Pierce's backyard, it just exploded. The rates dropped. I mean, it just went crazy. And from the trend that I'm watching every day, I can see here pretty quick that's what's fixing to happen.
Yeah, I think everybody is getting ready to look at refinancing. Cash out is going to be a big thing because the situation that a lot of people are involuntarily being put into at this time is going to probably have them wanting to pull out some equity and get some loans paid off, some credit cards paid off, and Hometown Lenders is going to be the way to do that.
Yeah, we're sitting ready. We're, we've had a lot of folks that have been listening. You know, we tell you to go ahead. If you're interested in refinancing, let's go ahead and get your application in. Let's go ahead and get everything set and ready. So as soon as those rates drop, because I can't tell you, I've seen it where it'll drop for 2 days and you're thinking, man, let's just do this. And then the third day you open up and it's going back up.
Right.
So we don't know how long they're going to be down, but we know it's coming.
Okay. So what about people that are maybe just purchased a new home within the last 12 months? If let's just say maybe 3 or 4 months ago, Are they going to be eligible to, because I mean, if the interest rates drop lower to what they actually have, will they be eligible to refinance?
If they've been in for 6 months.
Okay. So you need to be in your current home for at least 6 months. All right. And
That's right.
let's talk to the people out there this morning, Tim, that are renters and have been renting for all these years. Why is it going to be a good time for them to try to get out of the lease or the apartment that they're currently renting?
Because you may have a Kyle Pierce above you wanting the grill.
Yeah, for sure. And that is not a safe place to be. Not only that, you don't own the home that you're in. You're making payments every single month that are actually going to make your landlord's mortgage. And if you're doing that, you can be paying your own mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, your landlord is smiling every year during tax season, filing his taxes, let's see, you paid his property taxes, you paid his mortgage, you paid his interest, and, he gets to claim all that stuff. And he sat back and enjoyed life, had this property that you're paying for every month, and you don't own nothing. I've said this for years. All a rental does is keep the rain off your head.
Absolutely. So Janet is actually on our Facebook, and she said, how is the mortgage industry essential? I'm glad she asked that question. Tim, would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, anything involved in banking. I mean, anything involved in banking is essential.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like what you're talking about. I mean, you got a lot of folks that may be going in having some troubles right now.
Yes.
That we need to go ahead and refinance. Let's go ahead and do this now. Take advantage of it now. I mean, if we were not essential, we didn't answer our phone and we wasn't working, I mean, and you needed us to help you out of this bind you're in, we couldn't be there.
Yeah. And a lot of people, it's like what we're saying, a lot of people are struggling, trying to figure out how they're going to make their mortgage payment because they've actually been laid off. I know my daughter called her mortgage holder about 3 days ago, or it might have been Friday last week. She was on hold for over 2 hours and never got an answer, because people are needing some answers when it comes to their mortgages right now. So mortgage lenders are absolutely essential right now, trying to help people, figure out where they're going to go from here. Maybe they do need to go ahead and do a refi so that they can get some of these other loans paid off, these credit cards with these high 24, 25% interest rates. If mortgage companies were shut down right now, that would just lead to a bigger mountain of issues that would be harder for the average consumer to overcome 3 or 4 months from now. So thank y'all so much for what you are doing, Tim, in the mortgage industry. And let's keep in mind, all of everything that can be done with a mortgage lender can basically be done online. Doesn't even have to be face to face, which actually encourages the social distancing and makes it even better.
Yeah, we've got 43 loans right now in the books, and every one of those loans have started and gotten to the point they are online.
Yeah. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. So, if you're out there listening today and you are a little ahead of the curve thinking, okay, if I do end up being out of work till June, where is this going to put me on my mortgage loan? What I might need to go ahead and be seeking some assistance or making a game plan for doing a consolidation loan with the equity in my home. That is a game plan and something that hometown lenders can help you with. Tim, what would be the first step that they need to go ahead and execute to get this plan going?
They need to get on mortgagemantim.com and go to the Our Team tab. You'll see pictures of all the rate shakers. Yep, even Amy's on there. And you can click on your favorite rate shaker. It'll take you to their application, fill out the information, and we'll take it from there.
It is so easy, y'all, and it will be well worth it if you want some help through these hard times. Definitely Hometown Lenders is the one to call. So once again, it's mortgagemantim.com. Remember, Hometown Lenders is your equal housing lender, MLS 65084. Thank you, Tim Watson.
Thank y'all.
That's how you do it. Boom. That's how you do it, y'all. Thank you, Margot. We love y'all. We love you, love you, love you. Mwah. So glad y'all are here with us. Please take time to share. I need to go on my Facebook actually and share this.
See, I done all that, girl. You are so
I'm
19th
behind.
century. You're so 19th century. Hey, Angie, good to see you this morning.
I'm so behind.
You are so 19th. You're so 2010. God.
I know, right? Imagine that.
Don't be all 2018 on us, Amy. Come on now.
Yeah, that's just unacceptable. Let's
Got the new
see.
Justin Moore coming up, guys. It's a pretty good song. It's a rip rocker. A rip rocker. Thank you, Christy. It is, I tell you what, Brother Ricky made it easy for us to be able to do what we're doing. So all props to Brother Ricky.
What did she say?
She said she's so proud of us making it work with social distancing. You know,
Yeah,
as far as the radio
it's a
goes,
challenge.
yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's for me, it's not that different for Dave because he's in the studio, but for me, you kind of your studio becomes your little haven, and it's easy to be you when you're in your work environment. But then when that all changes and you end up you're at home, like I'm literally sitting in the middle of my living room doing this, and it's definitely a big adjustment.
You
And
need
like
to do, you need to do the morning show on your boat one time. Just take your hey Walter.
Not gonna work.
Yeah, take your laptop in the boat and broadcast the show while you're fishing. That would be awesome. Or at least
my Wi-Fi will not work out.
Can you do it from the deck?
No, my Wi-Fi, my deck is way down yonder.
You could do it on your phone though.
Yeah.
You sure could. That would be a fun little show. Walter, man, where are you today? It's good to see you, buddy.
Let me see. I got to figure out how to share this.
You got to click on the B1053 page on Facebook.
I'm on there.
Then click, it says live over there to the right over here somewhere. It'll say live, little red box.
Saying right over here, and I don't even know where that is.
I'm showing you on the screen. It's going to be right over here.
Hold on. Let me
And there's a little red box that says live.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, now click on that and it'll take you to the video, and you have to, when the video pops up, it's going to start blaring.
Wait,
so hit the volume.
So I have to do that from the B page? I have to click. Okay, hold on. Oh, got it.
Walter's under quarantine in Quincy, Florida. I hope you're making the most of it, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And I certainly hope you're playing the drums. If you're not playing the drums, man, I'm going to have to virtually come down and do something about that in virtual.
Okay. Now I got the link, right?
Well, not the link, but the little share arrow at the bottom of the video. Just click on that and that shares it.
Oh, share. Got it. Oh.
Morning, Marcus.
All right, we're going to try this.
I did. They're in already.
Okay. Says it's been shared to my timeline.
They're in and what?
It says it's been shared to my timeline.
She's learned to read, y'all. Y'all better be careful.
No,
she's trying now.
My ability to do technology is like horrific.
Yeah. I think you walk in afraid to do stuff. If you'd walk in not afraid to press buttons and stuff on your phone, you do a lot better. Because the only reason I say that, Amy, is because I used to be that way. I'd walk up to a computer program. I'd be like,
okay. Because it's been shared to my timeline.
Doug, man, what is up, dude? Happy birthday. It's Doug Robinson's birthday today. No, it was all good.
Okay.
Oh, Doug, I think he's a couple shy of where you are, Amy. I'm not going to call out anybody's age.
Mm-hmm.
Doug's having a birthday today. So
I'm fixing to be old officially.
Do what now?
I said I'm fixing to be old officially.
How's that so?
I got to do a friends list cleanup because I've got a lot of new friend requests. Y'all ever get a lot, which is the stupidest thing ever. that they limit the number of friends you can have. Like, when did I only have room for friends in this little box and they can only, like, I'm at my limit.
I
So
don't know.
I need to like remove some friends that never interact with me, right? And add the new people. Yeah.
I don't have the problems that Amy Pollard does. I know everybody that's a friend on my friends list.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
I don't have superstar problems like Amy Pollard.
It's not that.
Had to create a whole second Facebook page because she didn't have enough room for the friends on the first one.
Well, they shouldn't limit. They shouldn't limit it. Right? We have new friends in South Africa this morning.
All for Amy Pollard.
Anthony is watching in South Africa. How cool is that? That's like off the chain cool. And I love that we can interact with y'all. Like, you can actually type comments to us while we're
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. Justin Moore, his new one, and why we drink. I think it's to sterilize the inside. I mean, we're taking all this time to sterilize our hands and our face and stuff. Well, we can't forget about the insides. That's why, just saying.
What? I just read this.
What's that?
What? Lowe's is getting slammed for holding their Spring Black Friday sale over the weekend. No, they didn't.
Didn't what?
Did they really do that?
I don't know. Look, when you spring this on me, that doesn't give me time to go to Google and do some fact checking.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me see what's going on.
My news source is pretty on spot. Lowe's is getting slammed for holding their Spring Black Friday sale over the weekend. Why would you do that during a coronavirus, almost every state shelter in place weekend? Why would you do that?
I see it. I see it's all over the news.
But I will say this. I do understand there's some things that sometimes break during situations like this that you need to go pick up, something at the hardware or whatever.
Maybe they're practicing good social distancing. Maybe for the spring, you look at the flyer and you go online.
They might be now, but they weren't. They might be now.
That would be the smart thing to do.
Listen, I'm all about this new call in my order, pay for it, and come pick it up. I am all about that. I have done it officially one time. I did it over the weekend.
Me too.
What day was it I went to pick mine up? Saturday.
That's when I went.
Saturday. And I had paid for my order, pulled up, did the whole I'm here. Okay, Miss Pollard will be out in just a moment. But then, like 2 minutes, they were wheeling on out there. Lift up your trunk or your hatch. They put it all in there. We'll sign for you. Is that okay? Yes, ma'am. They signed for you. Thank you. Have a nice day. And I was out of the parking lot in like 4 minutes flat.
Yep. See, there you go. There you go. It's really simple, y'all. We've got to embrace the technology. You know what I'm saying? We've got to embrace the technology.
I don't know that I'll ever do it differently now.
Yeah. Well,
that's the coolest thing ever.
And
is Walmart the only one really doing that, Dave, though? That?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I know that a lot of local businesses are having delivery set up. I know that a lot of local businesses, if they can't, they are putting tables at that safe distance and people will step back and walk forward to transact and do whatever. And that's the key, guys. That's what the governor was raising heck about the other day, is that we weren't doing what we were supposed to do.
Well, the key, truthfully, is to stay your tail at home.
You see my little avatar thing there? I'm going to stay at home for sure.
That's what the whole thing is. But listen, we all know that there's things that you run out of that you got to have, or that there are essentials that you need. But that's where call and ordering for curbside pickup, or where you can actually do like we did with Walmart. I'm just saying, stay out of the stores. Like, that's going to be key. And now you're being told, if you are out in public, please wear some sort of facial covering.
Sure.
They're asking everybody to do that. So later on this morning, I actually have to go with my daughter for a doctor's appointment. we'll have on our mask, we'll have on our gloves, we'll take our wipes with us and our hand sanitizer. And I mean, that's what everybody needs to be doing.
Absolutely.
100%. Now, have any of you, either folks listening on live on the radio or watching through our YouTube channel or our actual Facebook Live, had a family member that's been diagnosed? Because, I want to talk to some of you folks, because I think information and knowledge is power when it comes to this. I've actually had 2 different members of my family or immediate family that have been diagnosed. Now, one, and both in other states, but one who didn't even know that they had it, that actually lost their sense of smell. That was the whole how they knew that something was going on. Didn't feel great, but didn't have a fever, didn't have the coughing or the any of the difficulty breathing, none of that. Simply just didn't feel good, like up to par 100%, and completely lost sense of smell. Couldn't smell anything cooking, any perfume, and they were like, this is one of the symptoms. Maybe I need to go get tested. 5 of their coworkers tested positive, and of course, theirs came back day before yesterday as a positive. So, but at this point, it has been pretty much like 10 days since they first weren't feeling that great. So they're probably already, over the top of the mountain with it.
Right.
My other family member, here's the things that he described. Exposed on 25th, didn't show the first real sign of anything until the 3rd. The only other signs that they had initially was a clear runny nose and just a little bit of a scratchy throat, which 100% he thought was allergies. So he didn't know that it was any of this. Then the fever started on the 3rd. So that was 8 or 9 days later. Gradually worked into severe diarrhea. I mean, like abdominal, like just no virus he's ever had kind of diarrhea. Body aches that were horrific. He described his hips hurting really, really bad. I don't know what the hips had to do with it. Eyeballs hurting, elbows, just every place in his body just aching. So, and then so he tested negative for flu A and B and strep on 2 different occasions, went on 2 different days, tested negative, and then they finally did the COVID-19 test, and 2 days later got that back as a positive. That happened, exposure on 25th, CDC calling, and positive test on the 9th. So from the 25th to the 9th, that's the exact reason that we preached to everybody about staying home, because there's people that have it that don't know they have it.
And that's it. And that's why, look, it's hard not to take the selfish view, but the fact of the matter is you're protecting other people by staying at home. It's not about being safe for you, honestly.
Right.
It's got a little bit to do with that, but it's mostly got to do with keeping everybody else well.
That's right.
And it's really hard not to take that selfish view, oh, I'm under quarantine. I'm the one who's protecting me. No. Let me just go ahead and tell you, you're protecting everybody by staying at home. It's not selfish. It's the right thing to do.
That's the way it works.
I have to go to the powder room.
Okay. Honestly, y'all, Dave is worse than any female I've ever known. His bladder has got to be this big. For real. It's like the 3rd trip to the potty this morning. And I'm drinking coffee. Verify friends request before accepting. Had some last month. Oh, listen. Roland, when I get friend request, typically, well, not typically, if I have 0 mutual friends with them, it's an automatic denial. So if I have, and then I'll look at who my mutual friends are with them, and they got to be like legit friends before I accept. I don't accept any. You can tell which ones are spam most of the time. Good morning, Doug. Hey, Walter, talk to me. In quarantine in Quincy, have you actually been diagnosed or someone in your family diagnosed? Because to me, some people call it quarantine if they've been told, okay, we're ordering you 14-day quarantine, and some people are just calling it their shelter in place. Oh, Christy, you're so sweet. When you love what you do, it's easy to make it work. We miss you dropping by the office. I miss you guys. You know, my hometown family is just that family to me. And doing mortgage loans, to be honest with y'all, I really didn't think that I'd still be doing it 2 years later. 2 years. I don't know where the time goes, but it's so rewarding to be able to help people. Um, I helped someone close. We closed his loan not even 5 days ago, and it was a home that he's been living in for the last 5 years and paying rent. And he contacted me about, hey, she said she'd sell it, so can you help me do it? I don't know if I can do it or not. Yeah, we had him closed in like, I don't know, 17 days on a home that he's been renting for 5 years. Do you know how much money he spent on rent that he could have actually been putting into equity for himself? That's why you need to be contacting us about it for sure. April says, I work in healthcare and have autoimmune disease. 2 factors already working against me. Please stay at home. Yeah, I have some autoimmune stuff as well. And that's one of the reasons why I was just like, I'm not going into the radio station, not to mention my daughter's pregnant due next week. So really and truly, it was for myself, but the majority of it was for her, just to make sure she was as safe as she
I'm
could.
back. Hey, Christy.
Christy.
April. Hey, April.
Christy's had her groceries delivered since they started. Of course, I'm slow on the roll. I just now did my first delivery, and it was like the bomb.com. I can see why you did it. You got children. Who wants to roll them youngins all up in that? Girl. They'll be trying to grab everything on the shelf. You'll go out of there with $100 more than what you could have done yourself. Now, that's one thing I found. I do save money when I'm grocery shopping this way because
No
you don't
impulse buys.
because you don't have the shelf to go by and go, oh, I need some of that. I need some of
Yeah,
that.
when you didn't need nothing, maybe except for some coconut something.
I'll tell you this. If I was a grocery store, I'm just putting this out there. If I was a grocery store that had online shopping capabilities, let's say Walmart, what you have to do with them is type in toilet paper. And then they bring in all of the different varieties and counts of toilet paper, whatever. You have to actually know what you're looking for in order to do it. Like type in snacks or something like that. But if the first grocery store that comes up with the opportunity for me to walk through the door and I'm virtual 360 and I can go this way and I can go to the produce, or I can go this way and I can go to the pasta. When you make it to where I can virtually be walking through your store and I can tap the item on the shelf that I want and it goes into my cart.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Patty Loveless trying to think about Elvis, trying to think about just about anything except being cooped up in the house all day long. And we were just discussing online shopping with our lively discussion on both YouTube and on the Facebook. As a matter of fact,
I got an idea.
Chiming in on this. What's that?
Because I was just telling our live stream people. So if I was a grocery store, I would actually have it to where, because right now when I do the online shopping, I'm able to execute my list fairly quickly, knowing what I want, go in and get it. But and I'm saving money because I don't have the ability to virtual shop, so to speak. The first grocery store that comes in and makes it to where when I walk through the door online and I have a 360 view, I can actually go to the left and go pick up produce, or I can go to the right and I can look at the pasta, the cereals, and I can actually peruse down the aisle. And as I'm looking left and right,
Click on whatever you want.
tap the shelf, and that whatever item that is goes automatically UPC code, whatever, into my buggy. And then I can, when that happens, you gonna find some folks spending some money. I'm telling you, because number one, when we get hungry, if you put food options in front of us, we're going to demolish it. You
Yes,
understand what I'm
indeed.
saying? And number two, it's just way too easy to click and shop. Like when I don't have to like actually think of the categories I want. I can just walk down the aisles, and when I see something that piques my interest, just click it. It's done.
Yep.
It's done. I'm telling you.
It's not coming out of the buggy, right? Once it's in, it ain't coming out.
Are you kidding me? If I put it in the buggy, it's done. You're going to draw back a nub. You try to pull it out.
This hour is brought to you by Covenant Care Hospice. It's 67 now on your All Metal Roofing and Siding weather radar. Good Tuesday morning.
Y'all agree? I mean, am I right about this? Like, when somebody actually does that, it's on.
When they stick their hands in your buggy.
No, I'm talking about when somebody when they do this 360 virtual grocery shopping. I'm telling you, somebody needs to get on that.
I'll be right back.
Let me tell y'all something. So here's what we need to do. We need to be the ones to come up with that technology right now. And we need to shop it to every grocery store out there. Like, we need to be hitting up Publix and Walmart and all these chains, Kroger, all this. And we need to what do you call it? When you do the technology, you kind of patent the technology. Needs to be a specific application software that's used by grocery stores. Just saying. So now somebody can just take that and go with it and just give me a cut. That's all I'm saying. Just give me a cut when you create it. I'm not a technology person. Look, I'm doing good to even just share something. I don't know how to create all that. But if I could write software, I'd be rolling in it right now. Rolling. OMG. OMG. I got to tell y'all something. Yes, we do play songs on our radio. Vanish. Is it Vanish? How do I say his name? Vishin?
Vishnu.
Vishnu. Yes, we play songs on our live stream. Here we cannot because Facebook does not allow songs.
Well, they do. You just have to pay the royalty for them.
Yeah. So if you want the radio, if you want to hear the music too, you can actually go to iHeartRadio, the app on your phone, and you can put in WECB, and you can listen to the songs, but you won't get to hear all this that we're doing. Now, some people do both. How do they do that, Dave?
Just like you say, you have it on the radio. Vish, I don't know if you're close to where we are. We're 105.3 on your dial. If you're, within X amount of miles from the studio. So it would help if we knew where you were. But if you are way out of town, the iHeartRadio app, like Amy said, once you download it, you just put in the search bar WECB and look for B1053.
Now, he's on YouTube.
I know he's on YouTube, but I don't know where he is.
And YouTube is the same thing. Right. Yeah. Where are you? YouTube. Good morning, Renee from Shipley. YouTube won't allow us to play music. It is Renee. They won't allow us to play music either. Because of the royalties and things like that. So, India.
Okay, Vish is in India. Wow.
India. Thank you so
well,
much.
if you
for
download on your
watching.
smartphone, Vishnu, if you download on your smartphone the iHeartRadio app, you can hear us. You can hear that right there. That's all I can play without getting pulled.
Now, don't we have we also have an online website.
Yeah, we
Hold
stream on our website.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is it B1053.com?
That's right.
B1053.
So we've had people
Let
from Africa this morning, and now we've got Vishnu, who's from India. Wow. How is India going with the coronavirus, Vish? If I may call you Vish or Vish, whichever or is it Vishnu? You straighten me out, buddy.
Yeah, how are y'all doing with the virus? Down is B1053.com. Dave, if you can copy that link and post it in the comment section, because I still can't chat with them on the comment section. And then that way, there is actually a button that you can click and listen to the radio side. But you have to remember it will be different than what you're watching on the YouTube live stream. But welcome all the way from India. What time is it there? Are you up late? Are you a night owl? Yes. So, there you go. There's the link for you, Vishnu. Thank you so much. They are on lockdown, I'm assuming is what Vishnu's saying, that they're on lockdown.
I don't see.
But hasn't India, let me look at the yes, you said it right, Vishnu. Lockdown is there since March 21st. Everyone's staying at home.
Good deal.
Okay. Is that where you're from, Vishnu, or is that where you currently are located? Are you stateside right now?
No, he's in India. Yep, he's in India. You're welcome.
6:26 p.m. It's still morning here, early morning. So there are almost like 12 hours difference, really, 13 hours. Yes, we're so glad to have you. Do they have radio stations in India? Or is it like
Amy?
No, listen, do they have like actual music stations, or are they talk radio? Are they all like ours? I don't know. I'm just asking. May not be the same. Yes, in India. That's interesting. Do you like country music? Okay.
We're in Southeast Alabama, brother.
We are in Alabama, right on the Alabama-Florida Panhandle line, for sure. Local radio stations too.
Yeah.
Good.
That is super cool.
That's way cool. Yeah, we had a friend listening in Africa this morning as well, which is way super, super cool.
So they said the only songs on the radio station there are like local language songs. So I'm assuming Hindu.
Yeah.
Hindi. Several. That's fascinating. I know
Alabama. Yes. That's awesome.
Well, so then you know that this is the best college in Alabama.
No.
That's the best college.
Listen, Vishnu, you want to be a winner, and a winner is Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, Vishnu. That's what you say. Roll Tide.
Vishnu wants to know if we're under lockdown. We're under what's known as a shelter-in-place order. That means essential workers, doctors, people who run grocery stores, they can still go to work, and we're allowed to do stuff. Don't get me wrong, but we have to maintain social distancing, which here is 6 feet apart. And now they've authorized us to start wearing facial covers when we go outside. So yeah, I don't want to say we're under lockdown, but we're practicing best social distancing. And
probably not a lockdown like y'all, for sure.
I can only speak for myself.
Right. I think your
Good morning,
lockdown is
Tammy.
probably much more strict than the lockdown than we have. We should probably be in a stricter lockdown, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because some people still don't do what they're asked to do, stay at home. So
Mhm.
some of the virus still spreads because they don't do like they
They
should.
ain't paying attention. They ain't listening. They're not heeding the advice.
Yes.
Not
sure.
heeding the advice.
Okay, so we talked about the big super moon tonight.
We
Y'all,
sure
in
did.
case you missed it, the biggest moon of the year, the biggest and brightest moon of the year, super moon, will be tonight. So you need to get out tonight and check it out. It will absolutely be amazing. So you want to get out and see that for sure. So I talked about this on my Facebook
Call
a
it-
couple.
Let me interrupt. Sorry, Amy. They are calling it the pink moon.
Pink moon.
The
Okay.
pink moon.
Nice. It'll be beautiful. So I shared a link a couple days ago where a tiger actually tested positive in the Bronx Zoo in New York City for COVID-19, and actually had a ton of people on my Facebook going, "No, that didn't happen. Animals can't get COVID-19, da 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 da
Yeah,
da."
kitty cats can carry it.
Actually, they can.
Yep.
So the
Hey,
thing about it,
where do tigers come from, Amy? Where do they come from?
from their mama.
And where do their mamas come from? What country?
Africa.
No. Vishnu knows.
Where?
Vishnu knows
Are
exactly.
you telling me tigers don't come from Africa?
I am absolutely telling you that tigers do
They
not
come from India.
Yes.
Okay. They
Yes.
come from India. They don't come from Africa. That's just crazy.
They don't. Lions come from Africa.
Okay. So we're being technical here.
I think it's pretty important.
Okay. Siberian tigers. Right?
Siberia is in Russia.
Okay. Well,
That's not Africa either, sweetie.
no, I know that. Dave, look, just because I'm in a different studio does not mean that I will not throat punch you.
I am not
right
scared
on
of you.
this camera right
I
now.
don't care if you're in the studio with me. I'm not scared of you.
Listen,
Low bit.
anyway, tigers can get it. Now, what they're saying is, and here's what I've got an issue with. Look, y'all, when somebody comes up and says this may be a possibility, you got to understand this is a new virus, or coronavirus is not new, but COVID-19 is new. So what you have to understand is there's things about this that we don't know. So just because coronaviruses in the past had not been able to be transmitted to animals doesn't mean that this can't. The spikes on COVID-19 act as Velcro, and the receptors, the receptor 2, I think, is what latches on to the spikes on COVID-19, and that's just the redneck technology of it. Me trying to explain it easily. Why felines are able to get it. A caretaker at the zoo actually had it, and 3 tigers were infected with it. Period. End of story. There's no debating that.
No, I read a story that actually cats, kitty cats, dogs, no, but cats, yes.
Right. So as this thing progresses and we research it more and we learn more about it, we're probably going to find out a lot of different things about it that we didn't know. So that's what I've talked about, how they've said from the beginning. And on Fox News last night, Tucker Carlson was showing clips of where they were actually saying in the beginning, oh, you don't have to wear a mask because it's not transmitted, it's not airborne, and it's not da 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 da. Well, the whole time, how many of y'all the common sense that you got, that God gave you, were you going, I don't know about all that. I think we probably should be wearing something over our face because these folks in China and Korea and everywhere else, you see them out on the street, they all got something on. They're wearing something on their face. Now it's coming out and it's recommended that you wear something on your face. And that's because they're finding out that there are ways to contract it other than what we originally thought. So I guess what I'm saying all this is to remind you that sometimes God gave you common sense to make informed decisions on your own. And always remember this. I don't think there was any harm in doing it anyway. There was never really any harm in doing it, even though they were saying, oh, if you wear it incorrectly, it could cause you to get the virus. I'll take my chances on that one. How do y'all feel about it? Wearing a mask is much safer. That's the way I feel. If you are on the Facebook live stream, then please drop a comment. Let us know what you're doing right now.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, and that way you'll know exactly when we do our next stream, whether it's in the morning with Pollard and Dave or in the afternoon with Wiregrass Strong.
Yeah, we're on every day at the same time from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Monday through Friday.
A little short today because you got to go to the doctor.
Angie's showing her mask. Yes. Yes, I have to.
B1053, it's Pollard and Dave in the morning. Good morning to you. 7 minutes after 8 on a Tuesday. Our 8 o'clock heat wave 69 now on your all metal roofing and siding weather radar this hour. A service of Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard and Enterprise, having a big time streaming the show live both on YouTube and on the Facebook. Amy's in Wicksburg. I'm here in the studios in downtown Dothan. It's good social distancing, setting that example for all our listeners and streaming friends alike.
I got a question.
What's that?
So I want to ask y'all's opinion about this. How many of y'all think still kind of taboo to say you have COVID-19? How many of you still think that there are people that have it or have been diagnosed with it that aren't talking about it? Dave?
Wow, I hope. I told you earlier, I believe in the goodness of people. So I'm hoping in my heart of hearts that that as soon as you find out, you do the right thing. So the answer to your question is, if I was contaminated and I knew, I would tell everybody I know. I said, y'all, I got it. If I had it, I'd start calling people, notifying people on Facebook. I would.
That's not the question.
Me. I know that's me. And I told you that I believe in the goodness of people. So I would expect people to do the same.
So the question was, how many of you believe that people that have COVID-19 are still considering it taboo and aren't talking about it? Like, I think that it's still one of those things that a lot of people are like, they don't, if they've been diagnosed with it, they're not really talking about it just because it's like, ooh, I don't know. And I believe that it's going to get to the point. Yeah, I was diagnosed yesterday with COVID-19, just like you do the flu.
Yeah.
It's going to get to the point where it's like, they told me I got the flu and I'm having to stay at home. Because imagine when people first got the flu years ago, how many of them just didn't talk about it the same way? It was almost taboo. Like you didn't want people to know you had it. Now it's so common that nobody minds telling you when you have it. Constance, I have been on lockdown for so long, I can't watch any more TV. I am tuning in, coming from someone who had very odd symptoms. You can never be too careful. I never had a cough and fever. If I didn't read that smell and taste wasn't a symptom, I probably wouldn't have been tested. This is where I was going with this. This is why I just brought this up. She is actually in, and we love you, Con. Thank you so much. She is actually in New Jersey. And if you'll remember, Con, I think there was a day you were listening maybe 2 weeks ago, and we were, because one of my family members in Texas was diagnosed with it, and I was talking about some of the symptoms that morning. And I think I remember you texting me telling me that you had been listening. And I want people to learn from other people's experiences. And I guess that's why I bring this up, because I feel like a lot of people have been diagnosed with it and they're still keeping that close to their vest and they're not wanting to talk about it. When in actuality, I believe that you're almost doing the public a disservice by not talking about it, because you talking about it can make other people aware and help them know what to look for. And it can be such a benefit to share and let people know, because if we've never had it, or maybe we do have it and don't know that we did, you sharing that and listen, she's saying protect yourself. Don't trust what they're saying. I never trusted them when they said don't wear a mask. I felt like the reason that they were saying that is because they needed the mask for the front line, and I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm going to the doctor with my daughter who's pregnant. And had I been told by the World Health Organization from the beginning, hey, this could be extremely contagious, you should be wearing masks, there might have been some doctor trips that we made that we would have already been wearing facial protection that we didn't know about. So I guess in a sense, I love you too. Thank you so much for being on. And see, she's saying that's why she posted it. She went on her social media and told people, hey, I've been diagnosed with it. And the only sign and the only symptom she had was that she could not smell anything. That was it. But like, okay, Con. So I'm going to ask this for our people that are listening live on the radio right now, watching on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook live stream. When you say that you couldn't smell anything, like, are you saying you couldn't smell anything? Or was it like you couldn't smell perfume? You couldn't smell food cooking? You couldn't smell the outdoors? Like, how hardcore was your lack of smell? I know this sounds crazy, but like, did a few little senses get through, or was it completely blocked? You didn't smell it. Oh, she's saying zero. Could not smell anything. She also had burning sinuses. Like, I guess when you would breathe in, it was kind of burning in your nasal cavity. Is that, she said, not a thing. And she had a headache. Yeah, the headache thing I can see. But here's the crazy thing about that. Why I worry about it is because we are down south in South Alabama and the allergy season is in full swing. And so many people are getting the headaches and the burning sinuses that I'm afraid so many of us have just dismissed it as allergy season here in Alabama. And maybe we should be a little more aware of other things that could be going on if you're having the burning sinuses, the headache. She said that if somebody would have been eating dog poop, she wouldn't have even known it. That's how her sense of smell had. Now, let me ask you this, Constance, did you lose a sense of taste? Because I know a lot of people that are losing their sense of smell are also losing the sense of taste. Could you taste flavors, or was that something that was completely missing too? She said it feels nothing like allergies, y'all. So if you're listening live on the radio, she's telling us it feels nothing like allergies. So you should notice a distinct difference in what your normal allergy season was. Now, for my other family member that had it, his first sign was a clear runny nose and a scratchy throat. He said, which is always his allergy symptoms. So he went 8 days without getting tested because he had no clue. So her sense of taste, Dave, was absolutely missing as well. She's on day 12 and still has no sense of taste or smell. Wow. So for 12 days, you've not been able to smell. I know this is going to sound dumb, but I'm asking for the people that are listening because this is essential. Did you notice the first few days that you couldn't smell, or was that something that it was gradual, or did it just like bam, one day you just couldn't taste, you couldn't smell? And I know it sounds crazy, but we're so busy with our daily lives. Like, did you even notice on the first day or two that you couldn't taste or smell? Is that a dumb question?
I don't think that's a dumb question because you want to know. There's the only dumb question, Amy, are the ones that are never asked.
I mean, I know that that's crazy, but like you've gone 12 days and obviously by now, 12 days. Oh, wow. For 12 days, I've not been able, but the first day or two, did it dawn on
Did
you?
it fade out? Yeah. Did it fade away? Or I get you. Well, we're going to find out exactly what happened, Amy. I got to get to a little bit of music here. Got some good old Alan Jackson, and we're going to find out exactly what Constance is going through in New Jersey.
Yeah, Con. Wow. I've been wanting to talk to you in detail about this because I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to have to leave here in a minute, but Con, I've got to get Ansley to the doctor. The first day of the symptoms was being bad. I came home and made soup and couldn't smell the onions. Then I couldn't taste what I made.
Oh, that's horrible. So
okay.
Everything like mush and goop and stuff, I guess, when you're eating it. Whoa.
Oh, I will. I'll call you for sure. Because we've got face masks, we've got the hand wipes, we've got gloves, we've got everything. We're getting down to having a baby Thursday of next week, and we're taking every precaution. I hate even having to go to the hospital, but she's at the point where she's really waste of good soup. I know, right?
So you can always send care packages to Dave Gilligan, care of Amy Pollard, whatever Amy's address is.
So, Con, I was going to ask you this too. When you say the first day of symptoms being bad, like describe to me what you mean bad. Like, because sense of taste and smell, that would be a major discomfort or like just frustrating. But I don't like when that's probably not going to make you feel bad. So did you actually feel bad when you say on that first day? Were you just like, did you ache any? Or like when you say bad, because I think there's some people that are asymptomatic that just really aren't getting that, which is why this is a problem, because they're out and about still shopping at Lowe's and Walmart and everything. Like, so what are the symptoms of just, you say bad? Like maybe it just was that you just didn't feel great. Waste of good thing. I'm clear. Yeah. She said she'll cook for you when she comes down, Dave. She makes the best Italian ever.
I bet.
Good morning, Allison. Yes, it's so good to have y'all. But this is definitely why I was saying, if you've been diagnosed with it, please share. Like, don't look at it as a bad thing. If you're being on lockdown and you're doing what you're supposed to, hey, you're doing the responsible thing. But I just want people to learn from other people that have had it so that you can realize you can have it and not know it. She said, I didn't feel bad until day 2. I had a headache and sinuses. And then the next day I had to lay down. I felt like I couldn't get up. That's what my other family member in Texas said. Getting a little better each day, very slow recovery. That's what they're saying. Like, if you think you're just going to like hop up and, oh, all of a sudden, a couple days later, you're good to go. He was 14, 15 days. He said even after his 14-day mandatory, he just wasn't ready to go back. He was like, I still feel like crap. Okay, guys, I've got to leave. I got to get baby girl to the doctor, so I'm going to be signing out. Love you guys. Going to sign off here on the radio with Dave. Keep your fingers crossed. Good juju.
B1053, Pollard and Dave in the morning. That one going all the way to India for Vishnu. Little Alan Jackson for you, just so you can get a taste of what it's like here in Southeast Alabama, practicing good social distancing, washing ourselves frequently. When I say selves, I mean hands, face, everything, all the time. Amy and I will demonstrate for you on request how to wash your hands, and I'm dying to get her to show us again how to make the bandana face mask. Maybe you can do that for us tomorrow morning. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
show us
still
once
have
again
it.
how to do that.
I still have it here, and all you'll need is a bandana and some ponytail holders.
Okay. So be
Um,
prepared to do
so
that
easy.
sometime tomorrow morning. Okay.
We'll do that. I'm about to sign off, guys. Got to go with baby girl to the doctor. We're a week away from grandbaby. I
Mhm.
want to say thank you to Constance. I love you, Constance. She is in New Jersey. She was diagnosed with COVID-19. Y'all know she's in the epicenter
Mhm.
of where this is all, been so intense. And I'm keeping you guys in our thoughts and prayers. But if you have not been on the Facebook live feed, you can actually go in. She's watching on the YouTube account. So
That's right.
y'all can actually see the comments where she's described some of her symptoms. It's very important to share with people the things because it's different for a lot of folks. And some folks actually have these symptoms and just don't know it. So that's why we find it important to share and get the word out. And all the more important from folks like Constance that are saying, stay at home. It is so important to stay at home. You guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow morning to see you guys. I love you. God bless you. Okay, guys. See y'all tomorrow.
I'm gonna kill the feed because nobody wants to watch me do what I do.
Okay, Dave. Hey, I'll be calling you later. We got some stuff to cut. So, some commercials to get cut. So I'll be calling you. Are you bike riding this morning?
Probably
Okay, and you'll be back by lunch.
1:00, about 1.
Okay. At 1, make sure you get with me because we got some stuff to get done for
All right,
sure.
you guys take care. Thank you for listening in India and watching in India and in Africa this morning. Tell your friends, remember to share. And this afternoon at 5, we've got Wiregrass Strong. Brother Ricky's going to have the police chief in town or on the stream. I'll be there as well. Amy, be careful going to the doctor. We'll see y'all. Bye. Have a great one.